You got the thing you wanted. The job, the car, the relationship, the life that looked good on paper. And somewhere in the middle of all of it, you felt nothing. Not sad, not happy, just empty. And the scariest part? You couldn't even tell anyone, because from the outside, everything looked perfect. So why does that hollow feeling keep coming back, even when you have every reason to feel happy? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's causing it and what to do about it. Don't go anywhere. This one might change everything. Picture this. You've been chasing something for months. Maybe it's a promotion. Maybe it's moving into your own place. Maybe it's finally getting into a relationship after a long stretch of being alone. And then it happens. You get it. For a moment, maybe a day, maybe a week, it feels good. You feel proud, relieved, like you finally made it. And then something shifts. Quietly, without warning. You wake up one morning and the feeling is just gone. You're sitting in the life you worked so hard to build, and it feels like you're watching it through glass. Like you're there but not really there. Going through the emotions. Smiling when you're supposed to smile. Saying you're fine when someone asks. But inside, there's this strange hollow feeling you can't shake. And the worst part isn't the emptiness itself. The worst part is the guilt. Because you look around and you think, I have no reason to feel this way. Other people have it harder. Other people would kill for what you have. So what is wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with you. But something is being missed. And almost nobody talks about it. Here's what is actually happening. Your whole life, you were taught, consciously or not, that the goal is to get somewhere. Finish school. Get the job. Find the person. Hit the number in your bank account. And once you get there, you'll feel it. That feeling of arrival. Of being enough. Of finally being okay. But that feeling never comes. Not the way you imagined it. And so you do what most people do. You set another goal. You chase the next thing. You tell yourself this time it'll be different. This time when I get there, I'll actually feel it. But it isn't different. Because the problem was never the goal. The problem is that you've been living your entire life in a future that keeps moving. Every time you arrive, the destination shifts. And you never actually stop long enough to be where you are. So the emptiness isn't a sign that something is broken inside you. It's a sign that you've been running so long. You forgot what you were running toward. And that raises a much deeper question. Why does the brain do this? Why does it keep moving the finish line, even when you're winning? Think about the last time you really wanted something. Not just casually wanted, but genuinely obsessed over it. Counted down the days. Told yourself when this happens, everything changes. Now think about how you felt 2 weeks after you got it. That's not weakness. That's not ingratitude. That's just how the human brain is wired. Your brain is built to want. Not to have, to want. The moment you get something, your brain immediately starts craving for the next thing. It's like it gets bored the second the chase is over. And this creates a cruel cycle. You feel empty, so you chase something to fill it. You get it. The emptiness comes back, so you chase something else. Meanwhile, the life you're actually living, the people in it, the small moments, the quiet ordinary days, keeps passing by while you're focused on somewhere else. There's something even deeper going on though. A lot of that emptiness isn't really about goals at all. It's about identity, about not knowing who you are when you strip away the things you're chasing, when the busyness stops, when it gets quiet. Because some people stay busy specifically so they don't have to sit with themselves. And if that hit a little too close, stay with it. Because what comes next is where it gets real. Here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. A lot of people are living someone else's definition of a good life. The job they chose because it sounded impressive. The relationship they stayed in because leaving felt too scary. The apartment, the car, the lifestyle, built around what looked right to other people. And somewhere along the way, they lost track of what actually felt right to them. That's a specific kind of emptiness. And it's one of the most common ones. Because when you spend years chasing things that were never really yours to begin with, you get them and they feel hollow. Not because you're broken, but because you were filling a hole with the wrong thing. Think about someone you know who looks like they have everything together from the outside. Good job, good relationship, keeps themselves busy, always has plans. But get them alone, really alone. And sometimes there's this exhaustion behind their eyes. Like they're tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. That's what unexamined emptiness looks like. It doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like being constantly busy. Sometimes it looks like drinking a little too much on weekends. Sometimes it looks like scrolling for 2 hours before bed because the moment it gets quiet, the feeling creeps back in. The emptiness isn't the enemy. It's actually trying to tell you something. It's pointing to a gap between the life you're living and the life that actually fits who you are. Between the person you show the world and the person you actually are when nobody's watching. And here's what makes this uncomfortable: closing. That gap requires something most people actively avoid. It requires you to stop, to get honest, to ask yourself questions you've been too busy to sit with. Questions like, what do I actually want? Not what looks good, not what makes sense on paper. What do I really want? Most people have never really answered that. And that silence, that's where the emptiness lives. So what do you actually do when you feel empty but can't explain why? First, stop trying to fix it immediately. The moment most people feel emptiness, they reach for something. Their phone, food, a drink, another goal to chase. Anything to make the feeling go away. But the emptiness isn't the problem. It's the signal. And when you keep numbing the signal, you never hear the message. So the first step is just to sit with it. Not forever, not dramatically, just long enough to ask, what is this feeling actually pointing to? Step 1, get honest about whose life you're living. Grab a piece of paper. Write down the 3 things you spend the most time chasing, the goals, the achievements, the things you're working toward. Then ask yourself, if nobody else could ever know I had this, would I still want it? If the answer is no for most of them, that's important information. It means you've been chasing validation, not fulfillment. Those are 2 completely different things. Step 2, find what makes you lose track of time. Not what you think you should enjoy, not what looks productive. What genuinely pulls you in to the point where you forget to check your phone. That thing, whatever it is usually closer to who you actually are than anything on your resume. Step 3, start living in smaller windows. Most of the emptiness comes from living permanently in the future. The fix isn't to stop having goals, it's to start being present inside them. At the end of each day, ask yourself one question. Was there a single moment today that felt real? A conversation, a laugh, a quiet minute that felt like enough. Start noticing those. They are already there. You've just been moving too fast to see them. Step 4, talk to someone you actually trust. Not to vent, not to be fixed. Just to say it out loud. I've been feeling empty and I don't know why. Saying it out loud to another human being does something that journaling and self-help videos can't fully do. It makes it real. And once it's real, you can actually start working with it. The emptiness you feel isn't a flaw. It's a compass. And it's been trying to point you somewhere this whole time. The question is, are you finally ready to listen? If this video helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who's been smiling on the outside but struggling on the inside. And if you want to keep understanding the hidden psychology, behind why you feel and think, the way you do. Subscribe to Mindforge Theory. Every video is designed to help you see yourself and the people around you in a completely different way. The next video goes even deeper into a pattern that quietly controls most people's decisions without them ever realizing it. See you there.